Welcome everyone, it's Jim, and it's been more 99 years, a billion road, here with Rowdy Ross, and today we're going to go over Epcot. How are you doing, Rowdy Ross?
I'm good. How are you?
Alright, good. We're going to talk about Epcot, and it's one of the only parks that I wanted to go back and actually research, because I had to try to remember my drinks that I had. Um, what do you like to do in
There's
Epcot?
something about that is something about that is
Look at
funny.
this right off the bat. That's
You
Rich with a
drink
goal.
some nice, nice,
Oh, I
starting
was
off
right
strong.
there. I was two spaces away. Anyway,
And now they throw it all the way over on the other side of the map.
I don't know. It depends. I mean, sometimes it's been very, very close. So, who's to
Okay.
say? So, when
Um,
you think of Epcot, like, what are you there for?
well, me specifically, I mean, there's only a couple rides that I really make a point to see. I've been through the countries a few times, both as a kid and maybe once. Actually, you know what? I don't think I went through. I don't think I ever went through it with Laura, and
Mhm.
I've definitely never done the whole drinking around the world thing.
Mhm.
So
I mean, I
I,
would say this is probably the most adult theme park, right, out of the four in Florida.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's
Like,
it's it has the least.
do kids really care about going to country?
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I guess the whole drinking country to country has kind of taken it over, but also there isn't that much in the way of colorful rides, colorful characters.
Correct.
There is, well, we'll go over everything, but even thinking about it, there's like maybe a Finding Nemo part, but I don't remember ever seeing characters walking around, to be honest with you.
No, I don't think it's really about that in Epcot. Now, why don't you remind people of what the question was, and then we'll answer it as we go through this list.
So, and I believe you came up with this.
Yeah.
Which Epcot country is your favorite?
Hmm. Okay. So where do we begin?
We begin at World Celebration. The attractions are Spaceship Earth, Disney and Pixar. Excuse me, starting off strong. Disney and Pixar Short Film Festival, and Journey into Imagination with Figment. Dining, we have the Connections Cafe, the Connections Eatery, Pin Traders Shopping, Gateway Gifts, Club Cool, and the Creations Shop.
Okay. What do you have for this?
Spaceship Earth is one of those slow cool down. You should experience it, on a hot day. You're trying to get out of the sun. Usually, I don't remember it ever having too much of a long line,
Yeah, I would
but
agree with that.
yeah. So it's kind of cool, and it's one of those classic rides because you go. I think it's going all the way up through the Epcot Globe, is it not?
Yes, I believe so too. It's a
Right.
if it doesn't say it on there, it's a very I feel like it's a longer ride because you have to go
It
to the
is.
globe. Yeah.
It is. So it's relaxing if you're tired, if you're hot, the end of a long day, you want to get off your feet for a few minutes. Again, I wish they had the times on all these attractions and the shows, but what do I know? Um, and I also have experience with Journey into Imagination with Figment. Figment is a character that has had some sort of representation in my family since I was a kid.
Yeah,
My
Figment's had a
mother
long
always
run.
Yeah, my mother always loved the Figment character. We always had, plushes of him. I think in our phase of buying animation cells, we at least had one Figment somewhere in the house.
Mhm.
But if you held a gun to my head and asked me to explain where he came from, if there was a movie he was introduced in, or if I don't know where he came from. Maybe he's strictly for the park. I don't know that. I couldn't tell you where he came from.
Mhm.
Maybe he just came from our imaginations.
That's what I was gonna say.
Um,
That's where he originally came from, our
right.
imagination. Do you remember the dark
Um,
salesperson voice you did last episode? Because he's back.
fuck. Um, I'll
You'll
give.
make a new voice,
He's
or
not. He's under the weather. He's not feeling well, so his
okay.
voice might sound different.
Okay. So go ahead.
Oh, he speaks so. Jimmy, it's the dark salesperson. It looks like he's come. That's not him
Oh,
talking.
that's right. You're right. You're right. Okay. Here he is.
Damn it! You're supposed to be running this show.
Here he is.
It didn't work out this time, Jimmy.
Thanks, Russ.
Investment always comes with risks, so don't let this get you down. Now then, until next time,
I read this. I know it's not the dark salesperson.
Yikes! I knew the dark salesperson was shady as heck. All he did was make Jimmy lose a lot of money. The investment money is gone, and so is the company's revenue. Jimmy's Kitayushu Dori Studio took a percentage hit. 15% is now negative 25.
Thanks, Russ. Well, I guess it could have been worse.
What? Yeah. Could have been negative 35.
Remember, you're the one that chose it.
That is true. I doomed you from the beginning.
No, that's. I mean, when you're doing. Look, if it was only 3 years of Billion Road, that would probably hurt me. But this is 99 years. I don't know if there's one individual thing that would actually hurt me, unless it's in year like 98.
Right. And we got a long way to go. But with Figment, this isn't the same ride that existed back when I was a kid.
Correct.
I wish I could explain what it was. There was much more interactive stuff to play with at the end of it, and I think there were more smells that they blow in your face, because literally the only smell they blow in your face here is like banana or skunk or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But there's this whole thing, and the scientist, whose name is escaping me right now, but he's one of those British actors that you've seen in maybe Monty Python.
Okay.
Maybe Eric something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Should have done a little more research in this, but that's not what I'm here for. But yeah, Figment, always a popular character. My wife fell in love with him after this ride, so. And there were times where I had heard that maybe Figment was getting tossed, but he's withstood the test of time.
Yeah. So I remember doing the Figment thing. You're right. It's definitely not the one I remembered. It's definitely different. I don't know. I was kind of like on the ride itself. It was like okay.
Yeah.
As far as the other things, we had the short film festival. I don't know if that was actually running, to be honest with you. And I definitely did Spaceship Earth. So.
Yeah, I don't remember a Pixar 4D thing. A 4D theater, I probably would have tried at least once.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, so let's go on to the next section then.
All right, next is World Discovery. Starting off with a bang with Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I don't know what that is. Mission Space and Test Track. Dining, we have the Refreshment Station, Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. I feel like every park has had a Joffrey's. Space 220 Restaurant and Lounge. And the shopping is Treasures of Xandar. So I got caught up with this whole Guardians of the Galaxy thing. I've never even heard of that. I know Guardians has California Tower of Terror. I didn't know Guardians had anything in Florida.
I don't remember this either, so I'm with you on this.
Team up with the Guardians of the Galaxy on an intergalactic race through space and time.
Maybe it just got put there because I feel like I would have been interested in that.
Right.
Mission Space I didn't do because, I don't know, I read, when I was doing my research back then for Mission Space, like 2 years ago, I had read that, like, some people, like, actually got sick because of the way it moves. And...
you may remember I did mention something I had written. This was it.
Oh,
I had
okay.
ridden something that made me nauseous.
Hmm.
It's very claustrophobic. It's it simulates launching into obviously it doesn't hit you with like 0 Gs and stuff like that, but the shaking and the feeling of weightlessness, um, yeah, I definitely started to feel a little ill. I was okay, just concentrate on your breathing and just don't overdo it. But yeah, this is the ride that almost made me lose
Yeah,
my
because
Dole
they
Whip.
have a green mission and an orange mission, where apparently the orange mission is the more intense journey.
Right.
And
I think we did green.
as far as
I
test
think we
track
did
goes,
green. So
okay. As far as test track goes, I remember reading about test track, and I was like, you know what? I hate driving in general. Why would I want to go on my vacation to drive? Even when I go on vacation, I never rent a car. It's always public transportation for me because it's vacation. I hate driving. I'm not going to drive.
right. Um, we've done test track plenty of times. So the gist of it is, so the queue, you go around and there's all this, futuristic car parts and everything, and then you get to a touchscreen where you simulate building a car with tires of your choice and the kind of engine, and you work on the aerodynamics of it and things like that. And I guess the computer is supposed to carry your schematic with you, I guess tied to your magic band.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get to the car, it kind of combines that. Like if you're in a, you're gonna sit in a car with other people, I think. If you like, I think there's
Okay.
4 to a car. So if you do one and 2 other people do it, whatever. So it like averages out the schematics, and then it takes the car that you're riding through certain tests of how well the brakes do, how it responds to ice,
Mm.
how it responds to bumpy spots, and it kind of simulates the statistics of how your car would have performed. And then the fun part of it is the tests the speed and the handling, where it just jets you at like 65 miles an hour on a track that loops around the buildings. So you're
Okay.
getting like pulled against the weight of the car and everything. So that's the thrill part of the ride. Everything else is just like tinkering and bumpiness. But yeah, the 65 miles an hour in an open air car. If you've never been in a convertible, that's close enough.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I don't have to narrate this boss fight, do I?
No.
Okay, good.
All right. Why don't you go to the next section?
Now we have World Nature. Attractions are Awesome Planet, Soarin' Around the World, Living with the Land, and The Seas with Nemo and Friends. Oh, I'm sorry, it goes in the next section. Now we have Turtle Talk with Crush and Sea Base. Dining, we have Sunshine Seasons, Chippendale's Harvest Feast at Garden Grill Restaurant. It's a mouthful. And the Coral Reef Restaurant.
Go ahead. You start.
I believe all I can really add to this, the scariest, not that Soarin' is a scary ride, the scariest part of Soarin' is when they elevate you to prep you to begin the ride.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is very peaceful. They do tilt you, they do lean you, but I don't know why that first where they jack you up to flying height, flying altitude, I guess I should say. Something about that is always even though you know what's coming,
Right.
it always surprises you. And you've done it, right?
No, I won't do Soren because of what you just said. Because
Oh, okay.
even like, okay, so we were talking about Universal rides, how they have the rides that don't really move. They're in one space, like Despicable Me ride and
Jim
you,
Fallon.
yeah, they jumps up and down, whatnot. I can do those. Soren I won't do because, again, like unlike those, there's a very real possibility at some point I can fall. And that's why I won't do that, but I'll do the ones that are basically on the level at Universal. So no,
I mean, you are strapped in very very well,
But
but I
in all
understand.
reality, you are high. Unlike Universal,
Correct.
where you know that
Yes.
okay, if you fall off, it's actually not going to be that far of a fall at all.
Right. I get that.
So
You're about. I would say you're about 10 feet up.
yeah, that's too high for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, actually,
Maybe
a
even
lot
higher.
of it's
Actually,
too high. Awesome
maybe even
Planet.
higher.
I remember. Yeah, that was just like its on-screen thing, whatever. Living with the Land, of course, that was the boring ride that I made fun of. Who was it that the guy in work? Because I was like, oh, you would love Living with the Land. It's really, really boring and educational. I'm like, you would love it, considering
Right
you
up your
like,
alley.
because he likes National Geographic and the Smithsonian on Paramount. So I was like, this is right
Hey,
up
whatever
your alley.
floats your boat.
And I don't remember the Seas with Nemo and Friends actually. I don't remember that at all. Turtle Time with Crush, I believe, was a that's kind of like the Laugh Factory, only it's Crush.
I think I've seen footage of it, so yeah, it's just like interactive cartoons, probably roasting you as you're sitting there. So you don't remember seeing the Seas with Nemo and Friends?
No.
So it's right next to the Coral Reef restaurant, which is kind of off to a corner, and like it's this weird storefront where to the right is the restaurant, to the left is the entrance to the Nemo and Friends.
Okay.
So I was gonna. The Coral Reef restaurant is the other restaurant where we would wear our anniversary badges. Doesn't matter the time of. Nice.
Yep.
Doesn't matter the time of day or time of year, I should say. If you wear your anniversary badge, you're getting a free dessert, and it's always delicious.
Do you? I wonder if it's always the same thing. Or did you get to choose or no?
No, it's always the one. It's like it is the same thing. Like I think I said, be our guest is the little thing of gray stuff. This one, it's not like a full cake. It's a small helping with a little raspberry drizzle. It's really good, and I'm making myself hungry. I just ate. So, but aside from that, if you like seafood, definitely. I don't. Okay. But even the chicken is good. Mm-hmm. So.
All right. What else do I? What else? Do you have anything else for this? Otherwise, we'll move on to the World Showcase.
Yeah, World Showcase it is. We have Gran Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros. Meet Anna and Elsa at the Royal Summer House. Frozen Ever After.
So here's what's interesting. I'm looking at it right now. Right. I thought they were going to divide it by country, and they don't. These are all the attractions throughout the world, because then all the rest of them are restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see how we're going to do this. Yeah, I guess we'll just read off the attractions, and we'll talk about each. I don't know. How do you want to do this?
I mean, the attractions are, and I guess they have general dining, and then they have all the dining for all the countries.
Okay, right. And I know I don't have much experience there, but I do have my notes on drinks. So, let's do this. So, which one is your favorite country? Let's answer that right now, since it's not the format I thought it was going to be in.
So, I don't have the expertise on the drinks, but based on just food choices, and before I say it, I want to hope there is one. Italy, yes. Italy would probably be my choice outside of, a barbecue, the barbecue joint in America. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Italy would be my favorite country outside of, USA. Red-blooded American male right here.
Okay. Calm down.
But, we didn't finish the attractions, but apparently the attraction of the alcohol is more important.
Well, I just wanted to know so your favorite is Italy, okay.
Yes.
Only for the food? Because I don't know if there's anything else in Italy. I'm trying to remember if there's any attractions.
Well, and like you were saying, the attractions are just run down, they don't tell you where they are.
Yeah.
So,
like, where do you think
though there is the
Ratatouille is?
Was that French? Was the rat French?
I kind of feel like Beauty and the
I'm
Beast thing would have been in France.
I'm outing myself as a
You know why?
terrible Disney fan
You know
because
what?
I've never seen Ratatouille.
You know why I'm saying because Beauty and the Beast apparently is in Palais du Cinéma,
Correct.
and next one is Impressions of de France. So I don't think they would put Ratatouille in the same area as Beauty and the Beast, because the idea, I think, in recent years has been to kind of spread things around, so there's a reason to go to each country. I think that's the idea. So I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Look up real quick. Where's Remy's Ratatouille is? Because Remy's Ratatouille was going to open the week after I left, so I did not get to experience that.
All right, but this is so weird because so you have the same list I have. So you have Reflections of China, the American Adventure, Palais du Cinéma. You can with Impressions of France, Canada Far and Wide. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Doesn't say a damn thing about where it belongs.
Yeah,
Remy's
Ratatouille Adventure.
Ratatouille Adventure. Let's see. Let's pull up its Epcot webpage. Feel like you've shrunk down to Chef Remy's size for a 4D culinary adventure based on the Disney and Pixar film Ratatouille.
It looks really
when you're
good.
small.
I've seen it.
When you're small, life is a big adventure. A location. It's in France.
Wow, I'm surprised by that. Because I didn't think they put two things on there. All right.
Back corner of France. In this 4D ride experience, join Chef Remy on a daring culinary caper that will captivate all your senses as you zip, dash, and scurry through bustling kitchens, dining room, and walls of Gusteau's famous Paris restaurant, Chez Magnifique. I apologize for anyone of any denomination with any sort of accent that I just butchered right there.
All right,
because I am not a voice actor.
I think you can guess what my favorite country was. I'm actually going to be a little disappointed if you don't know which one it is.
Shit.
Really? When I tell you the reasons, if you get it wrong and I tell you the reasons, you'll be like, yeah, I should have thought of that.
Crap. France?
No.
I have no idea.
Mexico.
I'm sorry. I'm a terrible friend. Why?
First off, I love the Three Caballeros, and the Three Caballeros ride is there. Secondly, I love me a frozen margarita, so I get that there. And now this one you wouldn't be able to guess, but the inside of where you get the ride for the Three Caballeros, I think just looks very, very nice. And the fact that it's inside there's like a big space inside is a big plus to me. Because, in case it rains, which did happen for, I believe it was France, when I went, by the time I got to the France section.
I do appreciate a well-decorated queue area.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're waiting for the ride and there's enough set pieces to kind of keep you interested.
Yes.
And some rides will even have a story playing out on the screens of the characters setting up what's happening.
Right. I agree
for the ride.
Wholeheartedly on that one.
As much rewinding to Universal, as much as I like The Simpsons and I love the area and the ride, the queue is outside, so there's some screens, but it's all outside, so you're not even out of the you're not even out of the heat for most of it.
Right.
So that was a little disappointing, but.
So Mexico, and like I said, I got my frozen margarita, and then what I also got in Mexico was the tequila flight. Now, what that is
my God,
you get their shots. Now, here's the weird thing.
I can imagine.
Now, here's the weird thing, is I looked up because I was trying to remember what I got where, and they
How
only
much did you...
Okay.
How much did you drink
Not,
exactly?
not as much as you probably are imagining in your head. But okay, so the site only lists 3 shots, but I definitely had 4. Because I remember what they do is they bring it on like a wooden rectangular like kind of serving, and
I think I've seen something like this, like on a cutting board.
yeah,
Almost.
yeah, that's exactly what it is. And I had 4, and for some reason, the site only lists 3, so I don't know if they got a little more stingy with their tequila flights. But I will agree though with the ones they have on there. Like I didn't see the name and be like, no, I didn't have that. So I think I wrote here. There is the, let's see, was it the Agajero? That's one of them. The 1921 cream. It looks like I wrote. I have terrible handwriting, guys, so I unfortunately wrote all this, and I don't know why I didn't fix it up. And the Patron Cafe. It looks like I wrote, and I wrote down. It used to be 4. I remember not liking the 1921 one though. I was like, ugh, I don't. And then like I didn't go into depth about a frozen margarita because I think that's probably the most general drink that anyone could think of. Oh, and for food, I had pizza in Italy. That's what I decided.
I don't even think pizza is from Italy.
So,
like, did they? All right. So here's my question.
Because it was the cheapest one, probably. I guarantee you that's what.
Right.
I did that.
But do they make it different over there?
I don't know.
I say it like you were in Italy. Did they make it like? Shut the fuck. You know what I meant. But like, was it just like a regular cheese pizza you'd get here?
I think so. I think it was just a regular thing. Like I said, I probably got it
because I understood Italian pizza is more saucy and actually like had bits like actual chunks of tomato in it. Mm-hmm. Unless that's just my ignorant ass watching one too many episodes of Guy Fieri or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember. Like, it was very forgettable. I will say that much. The only reason, like I said, I probably got it was because of the price. I was like, that's right. Because now I'm remembering. That's right. Because I remember I was like, oh, maybe I like Italian food, so I was like, maybe I'll get a spaghetti and meatballs. Maybe I'll get a ravioli or lasagna or any of these things. Then I looked at the prices like, nope.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Even worse than I thought it was going to be, too. I remember thinking that much.
To uphold the whole international flavor, of what Epcot is, they probably legitimately like fly in all this shit from the countries.
Yeah. I mean, I almost want
to say...
it'd
be one...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it'd be something if all of it is farmed from some dude in Pennsylvania.
Right. I almost feel like I kind of feel like it was like $35 for the spaghetti and meatballs.
Plate of spaghetti.
Yeah, and I was like, nope.
Shit.
Mm-mm.
Though it's probably a lot of food too.
See, that didn't come to my mind at all. I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, it's probably a very small portion.
Somehow, I don't think so.
Okay, let's talk about the other attractions, and then I'll go over the drinks later on. The other ones that I had.
Okay, so, all right, so I think I've left off at Frozen Ever After.
Yes.
Now we have Reflections of China, which is apparently a 360-degree film. So it's like,
yeah, I think I saw
more than
that
IMAX. The America Gardens Theater, the American Adventure, Palais du Cinéma, with Beauty and the Beast sing-along and Impressions de France. Also in France, apparently, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, and then we have Canada Far and Wide in Circle Vision 360.
Okay. So,
I'm curious what the Canada video would have.
See, I feel
Moose, Mounties, and hockey.
Okay.
It's about the extent of my knowledge.
I
If
do
you
really...
have Canadian listeners, they have all tuned out by now.
Well, I mean, I have a Canadian friend, and I remember going into the Canada section, and it was like, does this feel like home to you, or something like that? I took a picture. Josiah, my Canadian friend, and I think I wish I remember what picture I sent him. I think it was just of like welcome to Canada. I think there was like a not a picture of a moose, but like a silhouette of a moose.
What's like a moose crossing?
It might have been that. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, it might have been. By the way, it was bothering me, so I looked up. The tequila flight is Agavero 1921 cream and Patron Cafe 11. Those were the three. Canada, the ones that say about the screen, I was kind of just like it's there if you want to watch it. You said it was Canada, and what was the other one that had a screen? China? Was it China?
China, yes. Reflections of China.
Yeah. Hold on, let me take my turn here so I can leave this alone. What are your thoughts on some of these? I mean, some of them I think might be newer, so you might not have experienced them.
I have done none of these, at least as an adult, where I remember them.
Okay.
So I'm pretty sure since like our honeymoon and going back after, we never went to the country part of Epcot. So I know that's a little disappointing and very, very detrimental to this section of the discussion.
That's all right.
But I have nothing to add.
Okay. So like I said, I went on. I'll be honest with you. I think I probably went on 3 caballeros 3 times for the entire thing. The first time, first it was the first one I went on when I entered the park. In fact, that's what happened, if I remember correctly, is I did the 3 caballeros, then I had my frozen margarita, and then, see, I remember my Epcot day, it was raining on and off all day, and I'll get some more of that later on. But, so, there were certain times where I was just in a section just to be in a section out of the rain. Right, so I did that. I had my first margarita after the 3 caballeros, and then what might have happened was it might have been raining, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go out yet, and that's might have been when I had my tequila flight. And then the 3 caballeros, all of a sudden there was like a 5 or like 10-minute wait time. I'm like, fuck it, I'll do it again. And I'm like, it's still probably. I look outside, it's still raining, so, but I will move after this one. Let's see, what am I doing here? Well, just regular. So, yeah, and it's the only souvenir I got for myself, by the way, which was a stuffed, and when I say for myself, I mean through all of the Disney parks that I went to, and Universal, because I didn't bring any souvenirs or anything. I don't know. Are you a souvenir person? Like, do you guys bring at least one thing, or like do you bring 10 things? Oh.
No, just a little thing here and there. I think we would get a Christmas ornament from the Christmas shop, okay. And I think we got a couple with our names on it. We have a dog one with Fozzie's name on it, but nothing huge. Like, we're not getting art pieces. I think we looked at one once, but we're not getting like art pieces, something big. Just little things. We stopped for a while, and I think we have a couple from Disney. We have a thing where we display shot glasses from different places we've gone to. Okay. I have to believe there's 1 or 2 from Disney now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, it was something we tried to keep up with, and I'm looking. We only have about, I don't know, 9 or 10.
Okay.
Not all from Disney. I think there's a Flaming Mo Cup from Universal.
All right. So anyway, the thing I was trying to get to with this is that my one thing for me was a plush. I guess it's a plush. Donald Duck is a 3 caballero.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I still have over there on my dresser, but that's the only thing I got for myself. I did get something, and that was part of the Epcot thing of what I did. I made a promise to myself that I would get my cousin's baby something from Disney. She would have been one, or barely. Now I'm thinking, actually, it might have been barely born, or because that was 2 years ago. Hold on, yeah, and she's 2 now. Anyway, it's one of the. I wish I remember what store it was in, because that would help with the discussion. But I don't remember. Where they had a lot of like baby plushies of like different characters. So I got her one of those. I got her Minnie Mouse. But that was all on this day, because this was my last day, technically, in the park and my vacation 2 years ago. Let's see, meet Anna and Elsa. I saw Elsa doing the meet and greet. I did not see Anna there, however. The Frozen Ever After ride, I thought that was a pretty good ride, to be honest with you. It's a dark ride. Decent length. But all in all, I would definitely recommend it to those Frozen fans out there, which Lord knows there's a lot of those.
Now, when it says sail through the fantastical world of Frozen, it's just, what is it, like Pirates, where you're on a boat in water?
Yeah, you're on a boat, just like how, what is it, Little Mermaid, you're in a clam? So yeah, that's what they mean by sail, yeah. Because you're in a boat.
Okay.
And that is in Norway, did you say? Or you didn't look that one up?
I didn't look that one up. I
feel like that's Norway for some reason.
Right.
Okay.
Well, while you're recalling, I can.
Yeah. So let's see. Reflections of China. I think I watched for just a little bit. American Gardens Theater. Now I'm going to assume that's the stage they're talking about, where recently apparently Joey Fatone was on. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No, I did not know.
Joey Fatone was performing in Disney World probably within the month of this recording. I don't know if he's still there. Oh, gee,
like that recently, okay.
Yeah. It was called Joey...
Yes, it's in Norway.
Joey Fatone and Friends. I don't know who the friends were. Let's see.
Bass?
The American... You would think they would say Joey Fatone, Lance Bass and Friends then.
Yeah, you'd think.
The American Adventure, I don't remember seeing that. Maybe I just didn't care. I mean, look, if you're in Epcot, I don't know why you're really paying that much attention to the American section. I don't know if that's just me.
Right, you should be like...
You'd be like exploring the other ones. Which is why I did not get a drink from the American section. I'm like, I can do this tomorrow.
Right. I wonder what they would offer.
Like, I think they do have a drink that was pretty good. I forgot what it was though. Let's see. Palus de Cinema. This is where I got rained out, by the way. So I enjoyed Beauty and the Beast, sing along, and then it got rained very, very heavily. So then I just kind of stayed in one place for the time. It was a pretty good amount of time too. I feel it was like 20 minutes. I was kind of watching. It's kind of fun watching people try to dash in the rain. So I was kind of watching that for a bit. But also when it stopped raining though, this was a place where I got another drink. And this one was the Grand Marnier Orange Slush. Which was...
Wait, orange?
Yeah, orange slush.
I'm a whore for orange flavored alcohol drinks.
Mm-hmm. So this is what it was.
Yeah,
It was Grand Marnier rum, Grey Goose, and orange juice. And it's in a slush form. You should pick up like you're gonna go right this second. You should look up a picture of it. It looks great. That's one of the reasons why. Here, look it up. Grand Marnier, Marnier, orange slush. I want to know your reaction to how it looks.
Grand Marnier orange slush, Epcot.
France, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you bastards. You bastards. I'm gonna need the fucking recipe. I'm gonna make that shit here.
Oh, I would love that. For when I come by.
Apparently, they offer a lemon slush, but no, thank you.
The orange one when I was looking because I did see the lemon. I'm like, I don't know, the orange looks cooler to me, so I'm gonna get that one.
Sorry, I'm looking through this blog that I thought had recipes. I gotta go through 15 pages of this woman's life story, so I'm really interested. I don't know why that's a thing.
All right, while you're doing that, let me continue on my thing here. So, I did see some of the impressions difference. I vaguely remember that it was again kind of like, if I remember right, kind of like the China and Canada thing, where it's like just a video of, about the country or whatnot. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, as I mentioned, was actually opening either the week after or like 2 weeks after I went. So I mean that'll give people an idea of when I went. And then finally Canada Far and Wide, as I mentioned, I sent a picture to my Canadian friend. So, the other drink, by the way, because I only have one other one here, was in the United Kingdom, of all places. And it was the Leaping Leprechaun.
What was that?
That was Jameson Irish Whiskey, Don Q Crystal Rum, Svedka Vodka, Lemon Liqueur, and Sweet and Sour topped with Sprite.
Interesting.
I think it might have been my favorite drink of the trip.
Really?
Which I was not expecting, because I remember messaging my cousin being like, oh, this Sleeping Leprechaun's really good.
So
So that's it, Ross. I didn't have
one.
any drinks. I didn't have any other drinks other than what I read to you. There was
Really?
something in Japan or China that I wanted, but the issue was I couldn't find I wish I remember the name of the place. I couldn't find where the place was. I was like, all right, well, and I think that might have been why I wound up going to the UK. Because I was like, all right, well, maybe I'll try this one when I was looking through the menu.
If California has the same restaurant names as the Florida map that I'm looking at here, you owe it to us and you owe it to Fozzie to go to the Yorkshire County Fish Shop in the United Kingdom.
Okay.
Because Fozzie is part Yorkshire Terrier.
Okay.
So,
I mean,
you have to go
what's
just
there?
for that. It's a fish shop.
Oh.
It's seafood. I'm not saying you have to eat there. Just go there.
Is it in Disneyland or California Adventure? Because there's two parts.
No, I'm looking at. So wait, there's no such thing as Epcot out there.
No, it's only two parts.
That's gonna make me sound like an idiot.
No, there's only two parks in California.
Well, then you probably can't do that unless they have a part like Epcot somewhere over there.
They don't.
Well then, can you cut this part out?
No. So,
shit.
Look at this guy. He's just going around in circles. First off, did you see how much he rolled the first time? Where you're not.
No, I didn't see the number, but I saw his spots.
He re-rolled too. Even though the first number, I shouldn't say this because I'll watch the video and it won't be this, but I thought the first number he rolled was higher.
I don't know.
All right, Ross, we gotta think of. We're on our last turn here, so we gotta think of a question for because we are continuing the series, based on my new trip, but I don't know what the question should be.
Did we ever? Well, I think I had a question. I think you said to save it.
Okay.
Because I don't know if we ever went over the favorite mode of transportation throughout Disney.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that one.
So if you want to save that.
Yeah, let's put that one in. So put it in there. What's your favorite mode of transportation? Is it going by your own car, monorail, because that can really go for either of the parks. Is there... because that's not going to be limited to one particular park. It can be, because I know there's buses in Florida. There's that.
Yeah.
What's the thing where it's in the sky, it's like a cable car? Is that what it is?
Yeah, and I think that's what we were talking about, where Laura and I were like, it was a windy day, so it started rocking, and I thought I was going to die.
I would never ride it on a windy day.
Yeah, well, I don't think we had much of a choice. The hotel we were staying at, they had one of the docks. I don't know what the hell those are called, but it was like a 2-minute walk, and it went straight to like the front of Magic Kingdom or something crazy, like convenient. So yeah, we just sucked it up and did it.
Okay, so yep, that's our next question. And here's the weird thing. I don't actually know what the next episode is gonna be yet, because it's gonna be based on the trip that I have not taken yet.
Right.
All right, so you'll just come back for some more theme park talk, everyone. You'll know soon, though, when the what the next episode is, and then there'll be 2 more after that. So we have 3 episodes left of this series as part of 99 Years of Billy Road, and congratulations to year number 21. Hey, Ross, did you notice anything different about year 21 than the other ones?
Weren't you in 3rd at the end of the last one?
That is correct. I have now moved up to 2nd, although a very distant 2nd, as you could tell.
Yes. But Zat's rich. I think he was much worse off in last place the last time.
Yeah, because he got that goal at the beginning, remember?
Yeah, that probably helped.
So, all right, everyone, we'll catch you next time for some more theme park talk.